Okay, hello there. I'm Dennis. This is going to be a channel update. I'm going to review what I've already done and accomplished, and I'm going to review some of the things that I plan to accomplish. My channel, if you don't know, is Life, Family, and My Linux Journeys. I started this channel on January the 11th of this year. Minimize that. I'm going to bring up this. Put me back in the picture, I guess, because people do like to see who's been talking at them. Alright, so far on my channel, I've installed Arch 3 or 4 different ways on VirtualBox or on a USB thumb drive. I've also had a desktop series that included XFCE4, KDE Plasma, Cinnamon, Budgie and GNOME desktops, Deepin desktop, and the Mate desktop. Also, I've used the Arch installers, Zen installer, Arch5, Anarchy, and Oberon. The spins or the flavors I've installed or demonstrated the installation on Arch Labs, Archman, Arco Linux, Blue Star, Arctix, and Hyperbola. I plan to do these, but so far these have been left out. Parabola, Manjaro, and Endeavor OS. One of the reasons why I haven't done Parabola yet is because it's so easy just to go from your normal Arch base installation or your Arch installation with a desktop environment, strip all the System D stuff out of it and install Parabola over it. And it's very easy to do that, and I've just been waiting. Other things have been taking priority, like this coronavirus and a bunch of stuff in life has just been slowing me down a little bit here. Got a lot to do, but I've accomplished quite a bit. And I've left out Manjaro and Endeavor OS, and one of the reasons is that they've been covered quite a bit. Some of the people I subscribe to have covered them and done excellent jobs. I may go back and cover the Manjaro Architect installation and the Endeavor Net installer. I may go and do those. It just depends on how much time I got or if somebody requests it. And future plans of this channel, I plan on to install each desktop environment. I want to install each desktop environment all onto one Arch base in a VirtualBox. And then I'm going to compare each one of them, with their system resources, what they'll do, if there's any quirks that they have. Then I'll actually review these. And this way they're all on the same system and all the resources available to them are exactly the same. However, it is on the Arch one in VirtualBox, so it may not be true. However, what I'm planning on doing, so far on my channel, I have not, or at least I hope I have not, my intentions have been not to review the actual operating system, more so review the installation process. Now that I've got those complete, for the most part, I can go back and install on hardware and actually get a feel and see how they run on real hardware. I've got a hot swap tray, it's called. I've got it installed on this Dell Optiplex 745 so that all I got to do is open the front door and the hard drive will slide out, and I'll slide in a fresh hard drive and install each one of those flavors here onto this computer and give it at least a week, and then follow up with each OS and give my opinions of my understanding of that operating system and how it works or how it don't work. Otherwise, it's just totally unfair to anybody involved in creating one of these spins for me to install it and say, oh, it's a great operating system. Nobody can do that. Nobody. I don't care if you've been doing this 40 years. You cannot install a system and then tell me how good it is. You can give me your opinion on the installation. unless you've actually lived in it. I think it's very unfair to any of these folks involved, the developers involved in any of these spinoffs, not just art spinoffs, any spinoff. I think it's very unfair to see these reviews that come up on YouTube, and all they've done basically is installed the thing and looked around and then gave their opinion of it. Well, things change over time. You may think something doesn't work today, but tomorrow all of a sudden, it comes to you and then find out it does work. It's been working all along. So it's just not really fair to anybody. Most importantly, it's not fair for the reviewer looking for, or a viewer looking for a true instance of an opinion of the installation of each one of these, or any one of these that they may be interested in. It's just not fair to install it and open it up and say, oh, well, this. It's just not fair. And I keep saying it's not fair because it's not fair. I hope I haven't done that. Give an opinion of each one of these systems. Now, the installer, that's a different circumstance. That's what I've been doing so far, reviewing the installation process. Some of these are very easy to install. Some of them offer more than one ways to install. Some of them have 15 different ways to install. So for me to give my opinion on either one of these systems, other than the one I'm using and have used, and I'm proud to say that I've been using Arch Linux with XFCE desktop as my main driver since, I wrote that down, November of last year. So going on 4 months, I guess. And I just run my daily maintenance, keep up with it, do the updates, and just keep running my maintenance. And so far, I've had no glitches or no problems. Sometimes I'll blame Arch for something, and it's not Arch's fault, it's the desktop environment's fault. For instance, I did a video on installing, or that my computer would not recognize my Samsung telephone. And I kept saying that it was Arch's fault. Well, it wasn't Arch's fault, it was the desktop XFCE that didn't have those dependencies come in with it. You can install KDE Plasma, for instance, and it'll have those dependencies. It had nothing to do with Arch. So sometimes I blame Arch when it's not Arch. Arch is, so far for me, can't speak for you and your experiences, but for me and my experiences, the only problem I've had came because of an NVIDIA driver. It had nothing to do with Arch. Back to my channel here. This is my channel. I welcome you to enjoy it, look at it, subscribe if you want to see some more stuff, and like the videos. I'm not doing this because I want to gain favor with anybody out there, period. The only thing I'm interested in is having fun and learning these different ways of installing and learning different ways of using software. That's why I enjoy doing it. Some of the things that I've learned, I've shared with you, and I know because of some responses that they were helpful. And I know also that while I was looking for those answers, I couldn't find them, and when I did find them, I thought it was best to share them. So for my channel update, I just want to tell you also a little bit about my life here. I live in a small town there just north of Gulf Shores, Alabama, right down around the beach. They have actually closed the entire beach. I didn't think it was even possible, but they closed the entire beach. If you go down there, you have to have they have their own passes. If you live there and have a reason to be there, then they'll let you through. But otherwise, they'll turn you around and won't even allow you to go down there, which is kind of it's hard to believe. It really is. I'm 63 years old, soon to be 64. I was born in 1956, and I've thought back, and I have never seen this in America. I've seen similar instances in smaller towns that was reported on the news, I've seen small instances of this that happen in what we call undeveloped countries, but I have never. This is a first. I keep looking around and expecting to see some zombie walking up on me. I went to Walmart earlier today, and luckily they had the things that I needed. I needed some animal food. My animals, I don't want them to starve, and I had already got me some groceries. So, but I needed a few things, and I just could not believe it wasn't that many people there. It was just that shelves, I've never seen them that bare. And they've been closing at 8:30 p.m. at night and reopening sometimes early in the morning. And what they've been doing is cleaning and restocking. And so I went in about 10 a.m. this morning, and the shelves were just bare. So I can't even imagine they restocked them last night, but they said they did. That's where this channel is at. I'd like to give a shout out to some of my people that I subscribe to personally, and go back here to my home. A place I can get to all of them, because this is not all of them. This is just a few. Esnix, check out Esnix's YouTube channel. Great source. He's inspired me and gave me direction he's not even aware of. He's just a great source to have. Mark him in your favorites. Subscribe to him. PC TLC, Colin, lives over there in Australia. He does videos that are just phenomenal. He's the kind of guy that, he's kind of like me, maybe more so, because he'll dig, and he will dig until he finds either the answer he's looking for or something that will not work. So if you've got a situation or whatever that you might need help with, check him out as well. He's a good guy. Big Daddy Linux over there, Rocco's his name. He puts on a show every Saturday night. It's called the Big Daddy Linux show, and it comes on every Saturday night. Time for Central Time Zone would be 7 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock on Saturday evenings, you know where I'm at for the most part. But you will learn a whole lot by just, you don't even have to say anything, but if you drop in, please say hi to people, because they're very friendly. I haven't met anybody in there yet that I wouldn't say hi to walking down the street and consider them a possible friend. All right, and then the other channel would be Steve's very own. He's sort of like me. He's just starting his channel and getting going, and he's got some pretty good videos out there teaching you how to do some different things. He showed his equipment one time, and I actually went and bought a 5-phone microphone just like the one that he highlighted in his videos. Travis Hallman, that's actually my son. He's got two channels, a trusted car dealer, if there's such a thing. Don't tell him I said that. And my son has got his own, so drop by and check him out. It won't hurt to look at him a minute. DistroTube, everybody knows Derek at DistroTube. At least anybody that's been around Linux. I've only been around Linux since May of last year, and I learned about him within the first month. Definitely give his channel at least a look at, and subscribe and like his videos. He's a good old Southern boy. He's what I would have called old swamp boy. Because that's what I was. Where I was raised in Georgia was pretty close to the swamp, and that's what most of us was known as, the old swamp boys. He lives over there in Louisiana. Okay. Eric Adams, he's a good guy, man. He's got some really informative videos out there to show you some stuff. Bama Beach Bum, nothing to do with Linux. A fisherman, he fishes the shores around the beaches in this area right here, from Gulf Shores to Fort Morgan to all the way over into Pensacola beaches. If you're interested in what kind of fishing is available to you on the beach in Alabama and Pensacola, give Bama Beach Bum over there a look. Sleepy-eyed Vince, my buddy. Vince is an awesome character. He has a way of explaining things that just make things clear. He explained to me some things. I was questioning a part of Linux and why they do, or why don't know how to say this, why Linux did things a certain way. And the way he explained it to me, I get it. As soon as he got through explaining that to me, immediately I had the light blow off in my head there and say, that's right, now that makes sense. And he's got some great videos out there too, giving the terminal love and such, and teaching you some stuff. And those are just a few of the channels I subscribe to. I wonder, there we go. Okay, so Big Pod, he's a guy, he lives over somewhere overseas, I'm not sure, but I've listened to him a few times, and he's got some great videos out there. Very, very knowledgeable of Linux, and seems to be knowledgeable of all kinds of Linux and Unix, not just Arch or Debian or what have you. Seems to know all about it. Brazilian Arms Linux, he's extremely knowledgeable. In fact, I was listening on one of his chats one time, a chat with bros or something it's called. He actually told some history about why there is a difference between a bit and a byte, and who came up with that. It was some lady. He would know. Go to his channel and check him out. He'll tell you. Alan Pope, he's a good guy from Ubuntu. Again, there's Bamble Beach Bum, Jimmy the Enthusiast, Chickle, English Bob, Linux City, Low Spec Linux Laptop, Private Ticker, and James. Those are both music. So if you want to know something about a guitar or how to learn to play something on a guitar, watch his channels. Distro 2, Eric Adams, Papal Penguin, I subscribe to him. Got these already. So I guess that's my subscriptions, and I do have more. That's not all that I subscribe to. I have my main is Dennis Hallman, and under there I have a lot more subscriptions. And so that's kind of where I want to say. I've accomplished quite a bit on my channel. I'm kind of proud of what I've done, and I hope the whole desire of me and my channel is to be able to help somebody else out there that was in the same situation I am, that was just totally disappointed with that other operating system, wanted it and knew that there was a better way out there. And I just hope that I can help that kind of person. For me, though, he's going to be wanting to install Arch. If he follows me, like I said, if you've watched any of my videos or noticed my channel, so far, every single one of them is related to Arch in one way or the other. And I fell in love with Arch. It defeated me. That's what happened back when I first tried to install Arch. It defeated me. And I mean, it defeated me single-handedly. I am the kind of guy that when I accept a challenge, I will go all out to defeat my opponent. And as far as I was concerned at that point, Arch was my opponent. And I was determined to conquer it. And when I finally did, I was just simply so proud of myself for being able to do that. And I just was fascinated with the things that I learned just doing the Arch installation. Even if you do not want to run Arch, say you're a Ubuntu fan or a Debian fan, MX Linux, whatever, even if you don't want to use Arch, it's a very good idea to bring up a VirtualBox, download the ISO, and install Arch Linux the wiki way or the Arch way, command line way, whatever you want to call it, and actually do it until you succeed. Once you do that, once you reach that point, you will be able to look at all other distributions and have a basic understanding of what it does and how it's doing it. That's awesome. I know more about Arch Linux right now than I ever knew about Windows, and I use them. Well, I used them exclusively up until May of this last year. So, another thing I want to make clear, and I want to make this real clear. I have no former IT training, period. I am just an average American that made his way till he got old enough to retire and have retired. And I have more time on my hands right now than I probably ever have, except maybe when I was a young kid under 10. So I have no IT training. I have no literal background, and the only training that I've had in my life that would even come close to computer training would be I took a radio and TV course in a vocational school, 77, I guess it was. And when I got out of school and was so excited about getting a job, they were making the transfer from tubes. Everything was cathode ray tubes, and all those tubes, you turn on your TV and it'd take 20 minutes for it to warm up and come on. But they were right during the transition of between that and electronic solid state stuff. And nobody wanted to hire me. And I ended up going to work for Coca-Cola before I starved. And I never looked back. I just, can't say it was bad training, because any training is good, but it didn't really benefit me a whole lot. But it has, I look at things differently now just because of that training. And so I thank you very much for watching and sticking with me this long. And I hope not to disappoint. If you ever have anything against me or want to just voice anything, feel free. I'm of the opinion that you can have your opinion, and I don't care. I'll have my opinion, and I hope you don't care. It's like in the song, where you can't please everyone, you got to please yourself. And if you just live your life that way and not worry about what everybody else is doing, as long as it's not in your face, the world would be a much better place. I think it would be anyway. There is a saying down here, and I hope that this comes out in the way I present myself. It's actually in a song. Well, we say sir and we say ma'am. If you ain't into that, I don't give a damn. And I don't mean them out there, I mean me. Because that's the way I am. And, I say sir and I say ma'am. That's just the way I was raised. It's probably the way I'm going to die. I say sir to people younger than me, or ma'am to people younger than me. That's just the way it is. So, once again, thank you very much for watching. We'll close this video out, call it a channel update, and I'm looking forward to putting out some more videos. My next video, let's see, I had a couple things I wanted to do. See, did I write it on here before I get out of here? Install each spin or flavor onto that Dell Optiplex. Okay, so this is probably going to be my next one right here. I've installed a bunch of my desktops. I still got a couple more to go. I think Deepin and Cinnamon I still need to go. Got an ArcSpace on a virtual box, and then I'm installing all the desktop environments on that. And then in one video, I hope to cover each desktop environment and some of the differences and some of the similarities. So, like I said, thank you again for watching. Give the people that I've mentioned here and look at my channel and look at all of them and give them a little watch and see. Surely they're going to have something to help you do whatever it is you're trying to do. From what I understand, a lot of people got a lot of time off right now, so there's no reason why you can't install VirtualBox and just have fun. I did. I swear I did. I still have fun. Okay, so I'm going to call this over, and I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you the next time. Bye.